A Garage Geek 3-in-1. Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. It's a very rainy day in Los Angeles, and my fingers are crossed. I want school to be canceled tomorrow so much. All of you out there, my Garage Army, I need you to send those mental waves to the weather. Get it to rain, but not so much, that people are in danger, but just enough to close the schools. Okay, so today I'm going to do a 3-in-1 that's going to be all vinyl related, responding to threads, except the very end. And I have some nice segues planned, so let's hope this works out. Both of the threads are responses to B-sides and channels that she's mentioned. So the first one is colors. Now, I believe that Sean, the vinyl minimalist, started this, but I actually couldn't find the video. But she mentioned Record Racer, and I watched his video, and of course I watched hers first. And then watching his video, he mentioned another thread, or I watched another video by him that made me go back to B-sides, which is going to segue into our second part. And then, okay, this is a long explanation. We're going to start with the end of the thread because of my segue. So I got it all planned out. So we're going to start with all the colors of the rainbow. This is an album that I've shown before just because I dig this cover so much. Look at that. It fills up the entire screen. You could stare at that all day and still find new things. I'm sure it's got every color imaginable. So we're going to move into colors. What we had to do was we had to find albums where the colors are the same in all four corners. And this was surprisingly easy. I was able to find albums, like so many of them. So you're going to see, I was in my jazz section and I mostly just picked from there. Many of the Phase 4 stereos, they're like that. They had four corners, and I don't ever miss a chance to pull these things out because I love them. So there you go. Next, we have an album that I want to send to Kim. I've got a couple albums to send you, but I'm having difficulty with the shipping, so I'm going to figure it out. But this is an album with four corners and four corners that have the same color. And this isn't part of the album. It's just a piece of paper they put in to describe it. And this is Mastery Valise, an assault of unrelenting and explosive satanic black metal chaos from the Bay Area. Okay. Next, we have this. Now, this is kind of cheating, I feel. It's a frame, but even without the frame, I think there'd still be this other frame around the art. This is very Art Deco. Rufus Wainwright is one of my favorite singers. And I would guess you could say singer-songwriters. Yeah, singer-songwriters. So there you go. There's Rufus. But Rufus, I do not like when there's two albums in one flimsy sleeve. I want a gatefold, especially if you're going to do that. Come on. Imagine what the gatefold could have looked like. Seriously. You could have dressed up as Ophelia in the gatefold. All right, you missed your chance, Rufus. Okay, so the next one is a jazz album with all four corners. There you go. Look at Mingus, looking cool. Next, we have an album that I actually bought for, I believe it was for B-sides. No, it wasn't for B-sides. It was a contest where you had to show cards, and I did too many of them. We had to show 21. It was a blackjack thing. So yeah, I bought this just for that. But yeah, you can see all the four corners are green. And the last one is going to be my segue. So here we have all four corners, this kind of reddish orange. In the album is a car. And so the next thread is we have to show cars on album covers. So here we go. The next one, we've got this one. As you can see, I was in my jazz section. So here we go. We have a car in the back because, of course, the car is the focal point of this artistic composition. What a great cover. Next, we have one of my faves. I'd love to show this off. There is a car in a post-apocalyptic future. And this is Zarelli's Soft Rains. I really recommend everybody hunt this down. I recommended that, or I actually asked Vinyl Richie to watch the video. I think he did. So I'm curious to know what he thought. Then we have two more. So the next one is actually unopened because I'm still trying to hook up my vinyl, but I bought this Jack White. So it was one of the two albums that he put out that year, and of course I got this at Target. I think that was ridiculously cheap, so I went ahead and bought it. Finally, we're gonna end with this really cheap. I got this 25 cents. This is Barbra Streisand, Stony End. As you know, I love Barbra Streisand, but I do not like that song. But what a great cover that is. There you go, Stony End. Now we're going to segue into my part 3. So in my live stream, I believe it was with Larry's Library and Mary M, and I'm going to tag both of you. I told you that I was going to show you something. So I want to segue into a comic book that has a car on it, and this is probably one of the most famous or iconic covers of all time, right? So this is Action Comics #1, which is Superman's debut. Look at that guy. I love it. He doesn't seem very heroic right here. So that's gonna move me into, I wanted to show these transparent backing boards that you can put with your Mylar to showcase both sides of a comic. So that's going to lead me to this Superman. So this is definitely what do you call a facsimile issue. So there you have Superman I guess it's #1. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous comic. But do you see that this is see-through? And when you turn it around, despite this, which I need to deal with that, you can see the stunning back of that comic book. And yes, there's a backing board in there. Right? It's just, you can't see it. So yeah, it's a transparent backing board. These are gorgeous. They're a little expensive, but they're definitely worth it. And I'm going to show you one more. So here's Batman #1, facsimile edition. Look at that. And then with the transparent backing board, you can see the pinup. And imagine right here, it says cut out and frame. Imagine having this issue and the back of it, like you cut it out as a kid. You just reduced the value of this by so much. It would still be worth a ton. But yeah, you would drop the value of the comic so much by taking off that back and pinning it up. But there you go. Those are the transparent backing boards that I was talking about. They are gorgeous. So there you have it. A very quick Garage Geek 3-in-1 to respond to 2 threads, which were kind of all over the place. But remember, please look for B-Sides, Sean the Vinyl Minimalist. In fact, I got to do that. And Racer Records. And again, I want to thank everybody for the support. Remember, send rain to Los Angeles.